Welcome to this video. Today I'll teach you how to make very nice thumbnails in Canvas like this one, or this one, or this one. Now these are all thumbnails that I have on my YouTube channel right now. You can go look at them. Now you might want to think, well, doesn't this take forever? I'm going to teach you how to do them in very short time. This one, for example, I made in I think 2 minutes. This one took a bit longer because there are much more things connected to it. This one also about 5 minutes. Now let's start with, let's say, a thumbnail for a game. Let's just say Minecraft. So what we're going to do here, you can just, firstly we're going to need a blank slate. Or maybe let's not take Minecraft as we all have made one. Let's take League of Legends. We're just going to search for League of Legends wallpaper. Like this, go into pictures. And let's just say we found something we want, let's just take this one. You press right click, copy image, then you go back into Canva and you post it. Then we want to right click, make sure we're not hovering it, right click it and toggle as background. And now we have this. Now you're going to thinking, well, it's not doing it that much. Let's just wait. And then you want to press it and you want to press, it's going to say edit up here. You're going to edit and you're going to go to blurring. You're going to grab this and then you're going to take the whole image and then you're just going to increase the blur a little bit like so. Now you can see it's still barren and it's League of Legends based, but it's not jumping in your face, so which means anything we put in front of it is going to be popping out more. Secondly, just let's say we want a League of Legends logo, so we're just going to say League of Legends logo. Let's find one. Let's take this one. Now, and as you can see here, we can't use this one because it has a background. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to remove that right now. So you just press right click and you just say copy image, and then you're going to go into this, remove that BG, and you're just going to press Ctrl W, paste the image in here. And as you can see now, it's completely gone, and you just press download. And now we have the image, as you can see here. And you don't even need to be logged in or anything. As you can see, I have even signed up for this app. It's completely free. The only difference is it can give you higher quality if you use it on bigger pictures. Now we're just going to go back into Canva here, and we're just going to say, drag this in here, and now we have this. And you might be asking yourself, why do we need this? This is just something that we can have. Let's sit down here in the corner so that anybody who sees this thumbnail is going to think, oh, this is much more League of Legends related, just to make sure of it. Now, let's say you want to add some text. You simply press on the text here and press add text. And now, as you can see here, I have it. In your font, mine automatically chooses this Bibas New, or whatever it's called. I prefer this quite a lot because you can use it in many different ways, which I find best. Now, firstly, we're going to make the text white. It's always better to make it white. Let's just say League of Legends here. Now, as you can see now, the text itself doesn't stand out that much. There are two different ways we can make it stand out. Firstly, we can go into effects here and we can press contour here, which gives it a border, a hard border, and then we can just choose a color. Now, let's say I want the color of the blue from the League of Legends here. I simply press add a new color, choose a color here, and I can just hover over here and say I want some lighter blue and press this one. As you can see now, it fits perfectly in with the color from this logo. Alright, now let's say we don't want the contour effect. Let's just go here and this is going to say shadow for yo. Just have this and make sure that blur effect is 100 and transparency also is 100. Now, as you can see now, it looks a bit funky. That's because it's white and we don't want that. So let's just choose color here and choose black. And now you can hardly see it. You can see it just in the corners here, which is perfect. That is what we want. But I will show you a hack right now how to make it even more visible. So you simply press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and you paste them on top of each other a bunch of times. And as you can see now, due to the low visibility, the high visibility, I mean, you can see the shadows now are gonna be much clearer. I can move them up here if that makes a bigger difference. As you can see now, you can see the shadows are very big. If I delete some of them, as you can see now, we hardly see the shadows. Now, I prefer this, having a lot of shadows. I usually use about 4 or 5 layers on top of each other for the primary effect to showing through. Now, let's say let's find the text we actually want here. Let's just say you want to say how to play Katarina season 14. This is, for those of you who understand League of Legends, this is a champion in the game. I'm just going to using this as a sort of placeholder. Now, once again, we're just going to press Control C, Control V, and copy it a bunch of times. And as you can see now, perfect. It's quite black, and once again you can see now there's something that needs to pop out. Let's just take here, we have Katarina. This again is a champion in the game League of Legends. So we're just going to go into League of Legends here and search for Katarina splash art. Like so, and let's just find a, here we are lucky, we might have a transparent picture of her. Let's just see if that's true. Yes, and here we have a transparent picture of Katarina. Now you can see I can easily just plug and play this, but we want her to stand out a bit more, so we're going to do the same trick we did with the letters. So you press her, you press edit, and here you go into shadows, and then again you take shadow here, and again we want this one actually to be white. As you can see now, she pops out a lot more. Now you have to be careful here, because once you use this, the blurry level will reduce her, because it will make the blur effect inwards bigger. So you have to be careful about that. But then we can just say this size is fine. Let's just make her a bit bigger. And once again, if we want the white border to pop out more, we can simply Control C, Control V, add her on top. It's gonna auto snap every time, and as you can see now, it's much cleaner. And there we have it. Now we have a perfectly fine thumbnail for a YouTube video. And it's really that simple. It works with everything from Word, Excel, anything else. Now, let's see if we want to make a thumbnail that is more like this. I will show you that right now. Alright, now this is gonna require a bit more skill, but I'm gonna show you it once more. I prefer, when I have images like this and this person here, to use ChatGPT. So I'm just gonna go into ChatGPT now. And as you can see here, I'll just say, give me a picture of, let's say, what do we want to do here? Let's just make it of a farmer. Give me a picture of a mountain landscape with the width of a YouTube thumbnail. Like so. And it's gonna give us some. Let's just take this one. This is absolutely perfect. Or not, it's too dark. Let's just say create one. Don't. Alright, what we're gonna do here is say make me a picture of a mountain landscape with the width of a YouTube thumbnail. As you can see here now, it's making it. The reason we want it to be the same width is because we don't want it to be distorted once we get it. Perfect, now we have this, and you're just gonna press right click and copy image. Go into Canva here, our blank slate, Control W. As you can see now, we have it here. Right click again. We don't want to hover it. Right click, mark as background. Alright, now we have it here, and let's just say we want it to be like how to build cabins in the mountains. Let's now just say, give me a picture of a log cabin with a transparent background. This is so we can just throw it right in. Sometimes it's not transparent, but then of course we have this up here where we can automatically remove it. And here it's just going to give us two different images. Let's just see which one we prefer the most. Yeah. Those are bad. Make it more realistic. I'll be back with you guys once I have one that I prefer. Alright, now I have one that I think I like. Let's just take this one, and as you can see here, it doesn't have a transparent background, so I'm just gonna go into remove background again, paste it, and it's gonna clear the background. Perfect. Now we have it here. We're just going to download it and shove it in here. Now we have this here. Now I prefer to have my images on the right side of the screen because you read from left to right. So this just is more pleasing when you read it. So that's a tip, always have the text in the left. As you can see, I always have my text in the left most of the time. Sometimes I have it on the top and the bottom, but that is irrelevant. Now, so I'm just gonna turn this like so, make it a bit bigger, and then I want to make this a blurred background again. So I'm just gonna press it, press edit, go into blur effect, and let's just, I want it less blurry than before, so let's just say 17, 18%. Perfect, now you can still see it's a mountain, and we have the log cabin here. I want this to pop out, so what do? We press edit, we press shadows, and then once again we have this background shadow, and I want it to pop out, so I'm gonna choose white. Well, I want it to be a bit more visible, so let's just go in here, make it a bit bigger, and the intensity a bit up, like so. Perfect, now I have it what I want. And let's just say the caption has to be something like how to build a log cabin from scratch. And as you can see now, once again, the text isn't really that amazing. It looks pretty dull. So let's choose something that matches. So now I'm just gonna take it here, the color, make it white. And as you can see now, you can barely read the top. That's because we want to make sure we have some contrast. So I'm gonna go to effects here, and here I think I want to use the contour effect. Let's see how it looks in black. It looks pretty decent. Not gonna lie, I kind of like this. You know what? Let's just see how it looks on with the shadow instead. And then we're just gonna go like this, and we're just gonna make it black. You know what? I like this more. Maybe I'm biased because I use this all the time, but I just think it looks so fucking clean. Look at this. And now we just have how to build a log cabin from scratch. And if you want to move all the letters at once, you have to hover it so it is square like this. That way we pick up all the things. Now I still think this looks a bit too dull, so I'm gonna go into elements over here, and I'm gonna search for yes symbol or check mark it's called. And then you can find them here. If it says pro here, you can't use it unless you have pro, so we're just gonna scroll to see if is there anyone we like. Let's just press see all. Is there anyone we like? How about this one? This one seems fine, and I want to make it more round, so I'm just gonna round off the corners like so. And this is just to make it pop a bit more, and let's just show you a bit. Yes, the screen is much nicer. And again, you want to always add some kind of border because it simply makes it pop a lot more. Here we're gonna choose contour, and we just want this to be, let's just choose white. Oh, and of course, but here is a catch, I forgot about this. If you have rounded the edges, the border won't be the places you expect them to be because you have rounded the corners. So unless you have unrounded corners, they're not gonna appear. So we're just gonna have to live with that this time, that we're not gonna have any borders. That's fine. But let's just have this here. And as you can see now, this looks much more appealing than if we didn't have it. This is to cheat the brain to think, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. And then you have your logo like this. I have of course used AI. It's very helpful. You can use it for a bunch of things, even make it a thumbnail from scratch. But yeah, that's how you do it in Canva. It's quite simple. You just have to make sure that your text is big, and this is because you might think it's too small, or I mean too big, but that's because you have to think about how small the YouTube thumbnails is once you load into YouTube. They're very small, so we want to make sure that we can read them when we look at them, because maybe this is too big and I would think, oh, I want them a lot smaller. I want them like this maybe, and make them a bit longer like so. But I'm not going to be able to read that once it appears in YouTube unless I search for it and it becomes bigger. So that's why we want it to be big so it stands out to us. Also, if it's a game, you want to make sure you always have the logo or maybe a champion to really highlight how to play it. Here with Minecraft, I just took a Minecraft background, put Minecraft into it. Then here, this is a bit more clickbaity, so you want to make sure that, not clickbaity, but you want this to be an attention grabber, so you're going to have a lot more stuff. That's why I have this red circle here, because it grabs your attention. Then if you have something where it doesn't really matter what the background is, you just want to look good, let's say here with Roblox, I've just grabbed the Roblox home screen, made sure the logo is really huge, and then again, very large text. This is because the background is something you recognize, so therefore you want to click it more, and then you just want that to be a bit more blurry than usual because you want to make sure that this is the things you focus on. And it's really that simple to make good thumbnails in Canva. If you have any questions regarding how to make thumbnails in Canva, you're more than welcome to comment. I will reply to all comments under this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps me a ton.